Hey y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex, the Creative Llama. If you see the red live box right here, that means I'm live. But if you don't see it, that's okay. You're just watching the replay. So make sure you comment #replay. Y'all have been asking for these. Y'all have been asking for new pedestal inserts, which is this little guy. And I have a St. Patrick's Day one for you, and it's 25% off plus this base and all the other inserts I currently have are all 25% off as well. Okay. So when y'all pop on, say hey, comment the word Patty, Patty. That'll get you the link to this cutout and all the other ones, and then a bunch of information about me and my page and how things are around here. Okay. So let me get this shared over into my broadcast channel. If you're not in my broadcast channel, you need to make sure that you join, because that's going to be the best way to know when I'm live. If Facebook lets you join. I know we have a couple of people who have been trying to join, but for whatever reason, Facebook doesn't let them. But to join, right down here in the pinned comment, if you open that up, there will be you're just watching the there will be a link for you to join. You just want to make sure that you click on the link and then click on, I think, join channel, and it should let you join. But that's what I'm going to do right now, is I'm going to let all of our friends know that we are live, and then we are going to get started. Hello, everybody. Just give me 1 second. Hi, Melinda. Hi. Hello, everybody. All right. It looks like it was shared. So we're going to go ahead and get started. These are the pedestal inserts. So this is a base that you can get. You don't necessarily have to have this base in order to have the insert, okay? Because the insert can stand up completely on its own. But it just kind of adds a little something special to it. So hello. Thank you so much for sprinkling, Melinda. Happy Wednesday, y'all. So it stands up like this. Like it's like a little, like a cake. It reminds me of like a cake stand, right? But we have a bunch of different ones that I've had. They're all like winter and like Christmas themed. There's a Halloween one, and then I know there is a Valentine's Day one. So we have a little St. Patty's Day one. So we have a little lucky with some gold coins. We've got a little hat, and then we've got a horseshoe. So y'all ready? Y'all ready to get this started? I'm thinking our horseshoe needs to be gold. What do we think about that? The picture that I'm referring to, it has it yellow, but I think we should go gold. What do y'all think? Hi, Brenda Cassidy. All right, let me fix all of this real quick. Y'all, technology. Hello, hello. All right. Moving all of our pieces, we're just going to start with the big horseshoe. So this will all stand up, and plus there's a spot for your tea lights. I'm going to go ahead and glue. No, because I need to paint that. Or stain it. Lord help me, y'all. Words are not flowing today. Words are not flowing. Agree. Hi, Molly Bell. All right, let me grab all of my metallic paints, and let's figure out our gold. We've got Venetian gold. I think our go-to is always glorious gold. We're going to go glorious gold. Hi, Darlene. Hello. And I don't know where Thomas put my plates. Hold on. He had them today when he came over. I don't know where he put them. So looks like we're just putting the paint directly on the mat tonight. The laser is still down. Hi, Sherilyn. The laser is still down. Not fixed. But the part should be here tomorrow. Hi, Louise. How are you? The part should be here tomorrow. Fingers crossed. And then it'll work temporarily. This is going to happen again, so we'll see. I'm trying not to be a negative Nancy, but, you know, it's okay. Which is kind of part of the reason I wasn't on yesterday. Not that because of the laser, but because I'm down to the one laser. I was really busy getting the rest of the whatnot order all shipped out. And then I've been a cutting machine, literally. I'm trying to get cuts done as quickly as I can. And holy smokes, I have a ton of stuff cut. I'm just waiting on the last few things to get cut, and then I can ship out probably like 50 or 60 orders. So Yeah, the part's supposed to come tomorrow. It's funny enough, I had the person from Thunder call me about the shipping. I told you all that, and I kind of unloaded on her. Well, she's kept me up to date on the shipping, and she's been calling me, and so they were finally, I guess, able to get out today and get it shipped. Well, yes, you do, Miss Sharon. You sure do. Now, I will tell you that the mystery box, I'm just grabbing my dryer. The mystery box has less than, I think, 10 boxes left. So there is still time to grab it, but Sunday will be your last day if it's not sold out. All right, let's drive. But yes, you can comment the word Patty and get the link to the mystery box. Remember, those will all ship out February 13th. So it's a pre-order. Hi, Angie. All right, we're going to do another coat of this gold. But how's everybody else doing? What have y'all been up to? Have y'all been staying warm? If you still have snow on the ground, have you been able to get out and about? Today, it was like in the 50s, I think, here, but it felt so warm when you got out in the sun. So, you're welcome, Sharon. You are so welcome, my friend. All right, there is our horseshoe. I'm not going to worry about getting these parts because we're just going to glue a shamrock right on top. So I'm really not that worried about it. Let's dry. And let's keep going. It was a lazy day for you, Miss Linda MacArthur. Ooh, remodeling your kitchen. At least you're going to get a new kitchen. Dee Dee made chicken spaghetti for dinner. It was so delicious. That was my plan for dinner tonight, was to make spaghetti. I hadn't eaten all day other than a protein shake. And so about 3 or 4 o'clock, I was starving, so I ordered something to eat. And then I realized I left my ground beef to de-thaw, and it completely de-thawed, and it was warm. So I probably need to throw that away. Oh, I went 50. It was 9 degrees on my work in this morning. Ooh. I don't know, Miss Donna. Staying in. We have snow on the ground. Main roads are clear, but neighborhoods are a mess. Oh, gosh. The laser company, I mean, they're communicating with me as far as them shipping my part. But like I told y'all, I think they're just trying to solve the problem with the same solution as they did last time. And I don't think it's going to fix it. And so I'll give them this one last chance. And then if and when it does go down again, I'm not going to be so nice. So that's all. Still shut down, but it started to melt today. So hopefully I can go to work tomorrow morning. Hi, Tammy. All right. So we finished that up. So let's go ahead and finish up the parts of the shamrock. So we have, the horseshoe. So we have this shamrock. We have this shamrock with some greenery and a flower and a button. Okay. So we still have a foot of snow and oh no, into the snow. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you didn't get hurt either, Maureen. That's crazy. Tons of snow. I can't imagine. Bless y'all. Bless y'all for those of y'all who live in cold weather climates. All right. So now we're going to do our shamrocks. I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to stick with our normals. So what I've been doing a lot for St. Patrick's Day is I've been using Hauser Dark Green, which I guess I have another one. Yep, sure do. So I have Hauser Dark Green, Hauser Medium Green, and then, I'm looking for my third one. Bear with me. Hauser Light Green. So these are the colors that I've been kind of pulling for St. Patrick's Day. You could use brighter greens, whatever greens you have. I just know that these all kind of go together because, I mean, they all kind of have the same name. So we're going to just go with that. In Oklahoma, oh my goodness. Alrighty, so we're going to go, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. Right, so I'm going to have, and this is going to go on top with the little button. So I'm going to have this color, the greenery color, I'm going to go in with aloe. That's what I did on the other ones. Y'all know we love aloe. I'm going to go a dark green here and a light green here. Okay. I'm just talking out loud what I'm doing. So we're going to go light green. So we're going to use Hauser light green. My sweet neighbor made stew and her husband walked. Oh, how nice, Martha. That's so nice. We've got 27 inches in the, oh my gosh. That's a lot of snow. That's a lot of snow, Miss Dee Dee. I mean, for me, I live in Texas, South Texas to be exact. So, you know, we don't get a lot of snow down here. What's your question, Miss Lisa? All right, so there's our light green. And then I'm going to go in with our Hauser dark green. Hi, Lori. How are you? All right. We're going to go in, and this one does have the greenery attached. So I'm going to do my best to kind of keep with my makeup sponge inside the lines. It's not going to be absolutely perfect, but you know what? That's okay. We're just going to go over this. Yes, Miss Lisa, it actually got packed up today. Which is still within my turnaround time. But yes, tracking was sent to your email today. All right, there's that. I went to all, hi Don Grant, I went to all my doctor's appointments. I'm allergic to everything. I got new meds for my migraines. Got to go to the eye doctor. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Miss Sonia. Oh my word. Is that what they think caused the issue? Was it like an allergic reaction? The one that you were having, I think it was last week or the week prior? That's craziness. Oh, and you got an epidural in your back. Is your back feeling better with that epidural now? I hope you're getting some sort of relief, my friend. I know things have been a little rough for you lately. You're welcome, Lisa. Yeah, unfortunately, with being a laser down, it has slowed things down tremendously. And so I'm doing everything in my power to get orders out as quickly as humanly possible. I was within 5 to 7 days, and then with this laser being down, it has slowed things down, unfortunately. I mean, I've been staying up till 2 or 3 some nights trying to get stuff cut and packed and all that. So I promise I'm working as fast as I can. All right, let's dry. Oh no, Miss Sonia, when will they confirm that for you? Are the Whatnot all come together in one box? Dawn, it depends on how Whatnot package it. So sometimes if you order quite a bit of stuff, it'll break it up into multiple packages. Sometimes I break them up. So like if you got a llama loot box, I broke it apart from the package just because it's a lot easier to pack and ship. It just depends, but you should be able to track everything within the app. So I'm hoping tomorrow's clear. I have to take your sister to the doctor. Lisa, we are working on a pedestal insert. So do y'all remember this guy? This cutesy patootsy little cake stand, pedestal stand. We are working on a new insert. So that's what we're doing. And all the inserts and the base are all 25% off too. So if you comment the word Patty and check your messenger, it's in there. The link is in there. It should be the first link in the message. All right, we're gonna go in with a little bit of aloe, and we're gonna do the greenery part. Perfect. So then yours is coming in 2 packages. It also depends on like what is getting shipped. Like I know one show I had somebody who bought a ton of stuff, and she quite literally had, I think, 12 to 15 boxes go out just from the Whatnot show. But she ordered a bunch of stuff, but she also ordered like large stuff, like the cutting boards that Thomas would engrave. So it just depends on what you order, how much you order. And then for me, I like to unbundle the llama loot boxes just because those are already packaged and ready to go. All right, there's that. I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna cover up where I got. Hi, Anita. You are Miss Lisa. This guy is only $6 tonight. It's gonna be normally $8 because it's a little bit larger than the other pedestal inserts that I have, but it's 25% off tonight. All right, so here we are. Don't want it like, yeah, it has to be like that. All right, so here is our horseshoe. We have the flower. What color should the flower be? Last time I did this, I made the flowers gold and I had a brown button in the middle. What do y'all think about that? Because I feel like if we go yellow, it's not going to really match. You know what I mean? While y'all are chit-chatting about that, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to paint these in the metallic gold. I just feel like gold, like yellow's not going to go with it. Ooh, orange. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. Hi, Maria. I don't know if I said hello to you earlier. I'm not going to do white. Okay, let's see. Sorry, y'all, my internet's going out. Orange is an Irish flag color. Yes, it sure is. I just got today the one from 114. Was that the transfer one, Dawn? Hi, Leanne. I'm thinking here. Marigold or burnt orange? I Sandy Brown. Long time no see, my friend. Where did my gold thing go? Yeah, I don't understand USPS sometimes. You know, if it's going to California, let's send it all the way to Georgia and then to California. Make that make sense for me. I feel like they're just wasting their money by shipping it that way. But I don't know. I'm not going to do bright orange. But burnt orange I did with the shamrock hat that I had, I think it was last week. And that looked really good with it. But I'm just trying to decide if I want marigold or orange flowers. Because this is going to be black. I'm going to do his hat in black. Who the heck knows, Miss Dawn? That's just frustrating. Okay. All right. Y'all vote. Marigold or burnt orange? About how many bottles? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's 17 times 9? That's what I'm thinking. Maybe doing something a little bit different and doing the orange. We're going to go orange. Oh, Miss Sandy, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better, my friend. All right. It's just paint, y'all. Remember, if we don't like it, we can change it. I'm sure Miss Holly's like, Alex, you're going to regret it. But I got to learn the hard way, right? Miss Holly always has a great eye for color choice. And she did comment the word marigold. She did comment marigold. 153. What? Oh. Okay, so roughly probably 150 bottles. I was like, what? Why are you saying 153, Maria? I totally forgot about the conversation we had just had. Imagine that. All right. While that's drying, I'm going to pull out my Distress Oxide. Actually, yeah. We're going to do Distress Oxide in the color Mowed Lawn. And we're going to distress this. Hi, Marcy. Yeah, it's a lot. And I have some on the bottom, on the middle shelf too. I sure do. I sure do, my friends. All right. I'm sorry that it keeps going out, y'all. My internet has been is being so weird tonight. Okay, I don't like that. I do not like that. It's coming back to me now when I did the Shamrock Cat that I didn't like that either. And I forgot. All right, here we go. Tried and true black. Y'all ready? Leave it to me to make a project that should probably only take 10-15 minutes to do. Lasts about 45. I just getting on here and chit-chatting and yapping away. Okay. They're called finger daubers. Miss Stephanie, finger daubers. If you comment Patty, P-A-T-T-Y, there is going to be a link in there for my Amazon storefront. And these should be under distressing. But they're finger daubers, my friend. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Maria, did you get your craft room all finished? It was looking good the other day when you sent me those pictures. All right, then I think we're going to do, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. White for the center. We're going to stick with it. We're going to do the orange. We're going to do white centers. I feel like I just punched myself in the chest for some reason. Hi, Kathy Clark. Hi, Ange. All right. White's going to need a couple of coats. I do think marigold would be a good alternative if the burnt orange, or the fall orange as we call around here, is not your vibe. I do think marigold would look good with this. The picture I'm looking at for inspiration has it as like a bright yellow, but she also painted her horseshoe in the bright yellow as well. Ooh, marigold for the center. I can change that. We can do that. All right, so I'm just kind of taking my time, making sure that this is lined up as it sets, so things don't move around on me. Good. All right, we're gonna go with what Miss Holly says on this one. She said marigold. So I'm gonna wipe this up. It'd be really nice if Thomas didn't hide my styrofoam plates from me. Oh, you know what? I'm so mean. I'm over here blaming him, but I just remembered. They're over here. Whoops, hope he's not watching. My bad. I'm so mean. I'm over here just blaming him. And we'll make that a little bit darker with some distressing. But there's the marigold. Okay, we're going to glue this piece here. Okay, and then attach this here. I promise y'all, once you see this all come together, you're going to be like, that is adorable. And it's a small little St. Patty's Day craft. So if you're not a huge St. Patty's Day person, but you always, maybe you just want a small little craft, this is it. Because this is a little shelf sitter, or it can go into the pedestal. But you don't have to have the pedestal stand for this. Does that make sense? It isn't interchangeable, but also kind of like a standalone project. All right, so I'm going to distress the flower with a little bit of black. I'm going to do the marigold one more time, but this is going to go right here in the middle. And then we'll go in and we'll do all of our white lines and stuff at the end. Okay, I'm going to do one more coat of this. As y'all are popping on, say hey. I see some new people joining. Welcome on in. We are doing a little St. Patty's Day. Oh, and I totally forgot to mention, I'll be live tomorrow. I have some new snow globe inserts for y'all. For that guy right there. I've got some new, I have a St. Patrick's Day one, I have an everyday, and I have an Easter one. I got a lot more. Hi, Bridget. Just got on. How much is this? And this is actually 25% off. It's a little trio, so you get a little horseshoe, a hat, and a little gold coin action that says lucky. That's going to be a little pedestal stand. And it's actually only $6 tonight. So there's piece number one. But you can comment the word Patty, P-A-T-T-Y. Okay. You'll get a message from my page. You'll click on the first link in the message and it'll take you directly to my website where everything is listed. Ultimately, what's going to end up happening is you can get this little pedestal stand if that's your vibe. If it's not, that's totally fine. But ultimately, it's going to end up standing up like this with the hat and the little gold coins. It's going to be really cute. You can still hear. Did the sound go out? High school graduation party. Oh, Tammy, congratulations. Congratulations, my friend. That's so exciting. Linda, did you hear what I just said, my friend? Snow globe inserts are coming tomorrow. And maybe I'll have more. The stand is normally $10, but that's also 25% off. So that is like $7.50 tonight. So, and that deal ends at midnight. Now you can also wait to claim. If you already started an invoice, you can claim it and add it there. So if that means if you claimed our cutout of the week, and then we'll have Thrifty Thursday tomorrow. It's going to be a smaller Thrifty Thursday. We won't have as many discounted cutouts. And we're going to switch the order a little bit. So I know some people, if you're like, what the heck, what do you mean Thrifty Thursday? You'll want to be in my VIP group because I do, like every Thursday, I go live over in there. And I do a sale that has like new, like throwback cutouts, things that I did a couple years ago. It has all the things that I did throughout. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to turn off my Wi-Fi. Okay, let's see if that fixes it. But I have discounted cutouts, throwback cutouts, and then, or I have, sorry, the Wi-Fi messed me up. Throwback cutouts, and then the stuff I've done throughout the week. And then I also have like limited quantity cutouts. And normally we start with the discounted cutouts, but I know some people like fighting tooth and nail for those cutouts. That's not people's like jam. They don't enjoy that type of sale or they get easily frustrated. So I think what we're going to do, and y'all let me know in the comments, is we're going to switch it. So we're going to start with the throwback cutouts and then all the nightly claims, and then we'll end the live with the discounted cutouts. That way, if the discounted cutout fight or war, if you call it, because discounted cutouts are a first come, first serve based on whoever comments first, and it gets a little cutthroat sometimes. And I know not everybody enjoys that, so I'm wondering if maybe moving that to the second half of the sale would be better. So y'all let me know. Y'all can tell me, girl, keep it the way that it is. Or yes, please, I'm down for the change. I'm willing to take any feedback. Because some of y'all just get on there just for the discounted cutouts and the nightly claims. And so there's really no need for y'all to sit through a whole spiel for all the discounted cutouts. All right. That piece is done. We're going to move on. We're going to do this piece because we already started it. But yeah, you'll want to join my VIP group. We do that sale every single week. And sometimes it's a lot of stuff. Sometimes it's not a lot of stuff. It just kind of depends on what's going on. Down for the change. All right, we're going to do this in the light green. Where did it go? Right here. So if you give me some feedback, if whatever, however you want it, I'm down to do whatever. Because I just know some people get really frustrated and they think that I'm like not reading their comment or I'm skipping over them. That's not the case. I just go based off what I see on my screen. Donna. You're so sweet. Hi, Gloria. All right. And I think it also depends. One, we realized that the more comments that are happening, the more laggy it gets. We realized that last week. Because holy smokes, that live had almost 1,000 comments. And majority of that 95% of that was just from the discounted cutout section. Right, Miss Inez? I started my next one. Either way is okay with me. I don't have a fire finger, but I understand. Yeah, that way if that type of sale is just, the discounted cutouts is just not for you, or you get frustrated, then you don't have to hang out until we get to that part. You know what I mean? That's a good idea, Miss Dawn. We could do that. We'll do that. And it'll be a smaller sale tomorrow. We won't have as many discounted cutouts. Because y'all, I have not a whole bin, but I have a bin that was left over from a couple of weeks ago where I had somebody unfortunately claim a bunch of stuff. And they never paid. So, and so that's all that stuff going to be up for auction or grabs on tomorrow. Oh, hi, Alex. I don't know if he's with you, but hi, Alex. What is a Whatnot sale? So, Stephanie, Whatnot is another platform. It's obviously called Whatnot, and it's basically like a selling platform. It's an auction. It can be auction style. It could be, buy now. But it's great because it does all the work for me as far as like invoicing goes. So like when I'm live here on Facebook and I do my like Thrifty Thursday sales, I manually type out all the invoices and send them to you. And then y'all have to go through and pay them. Whereas with Whatnot, that takes out all that work because I'll put up an item, you can bid on it. And if you win the item, you're automatically charged. And then Whatnot puts everything together for me. So then when I go to ship it within 2 days, it gets shipped all together. But it's just basically it's just a selling type of platform. They have all sorts of stuff on there. There's clothing, there's trading cards, there's candy, there's fabric, ribbon, cutouts, jewelry, but I have mainly used it for like all my finished pieces. So all this stuff, like I'm pretty clear behind here, but like all these finished pieces, like these 2 pieces right here, they'll be up for sale. The exact ones that I made up for sale, on Whatnot next month. And then I've also thrown in like some cutouts and stuff like that. Is it on your page? It's on my, yes, through Whatnot. I have a Whatnot page. It's not through Facebook. But yes, I have a page on Whatnot that you can follow. I think my next one is February 7th, if I am correct. My cart, how do I claim it so I can see what else I want this week and hopefully only pay 1 shipping? Dawn, if you are on my website and you go ahead and check out, you can totally do that. And then anything that you claim from the week or from Thrifty Thursday, I can add it to that order and then just adjust the shipping accordingly. Does that make sense? So if you place an order, I'll go in tomorrow night. We'll add it to your order already placed. I'll adjust the shipping. So I won't add obviously like another $8 shipping. It might be $1 or $2, maybe $3, depending on how much you order. And then you'll just have to go in and pay the balance. All right. But yes, Whatnot is a lot of fun. It's not for everybody. Not everybody enjoys it. But it's a little bit more relaxed over there. Because if you want it, you can bid on it, right? And because then it goes quick. We move through things pretty quickly. So if it doesn't sell, we just move on to the next thing. So, okay, I don't know if I love that. It's fine. I saw a ladybug with a white daisy item on Whatnot and I didn't get it. So is it still in your shop? That was I did that one last year. It is not on my website. That one was like a live sale exclusive or a live sale item. but I can always cut it for you. That's not a problem. That is not a problem. Whatnot lets you set a budget. Oh, does it? Linda, it lets you set a budget so you can be like, hey, I only want to spend $100 throughout the whole month. And then it, like, once you run out of money, you're done. They won't let you shop anymore. You're welcome, Miss Dawn. And if I forget and I send you another invoice, just remind me like, hey, I placed an order this week. Can you combine it? And I'll combine it. I just asked about starting an invoice. Did you see? I did not see it, Miss Sherry Lynn. I was browsing the other night and got a blood pressure machine for $5. There you go, Miss Dawn. This one is Lighthouser Green. He does. He, I mean, for the budgeting, I shouldn't I? But knowing him, he'll like go in and turn it off because he wants something. I should tell him that though. But he's been good. He hasn't been ordering on Whatnot. You're fine, Diane. That's funny. Very cool. Hi, Vicky. I had no clue that was a thing. That's very neat. That's a good thing because on Whatnot, it is so easy to get caught up in the bidding and all of that. So, it is really easy to spend money. Like even, I mean, I haven't bought a ton of stuff on there. But like I saw one lady where how I got all my distressing oxides is she was selling all of these. They were brand new. And I paid like $7 for each of them. But by the end of it, I was like, holy smokes, I've spent like $60 on distressing ink and had no clue. So it is very easy to get caught up. All right, so there's piece number 1. Piece number 2. Look how cute this is looking. It is addicting. Okay, so all we have left to do is the little hat. I know when I'm sitting here like taking a little break and I notice myself like going on Whatnot, I'm like, nope, get off. You don't need to spend the money. Not right now. So, and I really try to not do a ton of Whatnot shows. I really try to keep it like once a month, maybe twice a month. So. Yeah, Miss Sherilyn, if you claim it and you say, hey, these are the items I want, yes, I'll honor it for sure. Even if I don't read it until 2 days from now, as long as you sent the message on the same day that I had the sale, I will honor it for sure. Watching and Whatnot, then had to explain one, and she said, that sounds dangerous, Mom. She laughed. It is dangerous. It is. All right, last piece. Y'all ready? Hit the heart button for me. We're going to grab our black. You could even do a green hat if you wanted, but since we already have so much green going on, thank you, Alex. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. You don't even know how to get on a Whatnot. You know, there's people on all the time. There's people on for like 4, 5, 6 hours at a time. Now, our last show was the longest show we had because we had over 400 items. I will not do that many again. But we tried to get through it as quickly as we could. And I feel like Thomas and I being 2 people down, because normally, I don't know if Miss Stephanie's still here. Normally, my best friend and her wife come over and help us with that. But because of the storm, they weren't able to come. So it was just me and Thomas. And so just the 2 of us, I think we did pretty dang good. You got sucked in with jewelry. you can absolutely just watch Miss Tammy. And that's the great thing is you can join Whatnot and you can just hang out and watch. I do a ton of follower giveaways. So if you just follow me and hang out and watch and interact with us, I give away a ton of stuff. And then I always do like one, I don't want to paint that black. I always do like one big, like buyer's appreciation gift at the end. So like this last time I gave away $25 to Deco Art. So Miss Pamela, she got the $25 gift card to Deco Art. That's okay, Miss Sherilyn. I'm going to have another one. I'm going to have another one February 7th, and it's going to be primarily just blank cutouts. And I'll have a bunch of buy now stuff. Y'all really liked the buy now this last time. And then I'll have a bunch of just cutouts, but I won't have a ton, but I'll have, maybe like 30 different cutouts, if that, with limited quantities. And then we'll have the buy now stuff. And it's great. I mean, I love Whatnot for me because it just takes, it's so easy for me. I don't have to send invoices. I don't have to remind people to pay their invoices. And everything gets shipped out within 2 business days. Diane, this is $6. $6 tonight. I really try to like give y'all giveaways that I think like are worth it, right? Little things or tools, accessories, paint, stuff that y'all would like. I like to invest. I like to put money into my giveaways. I will say that. It's not always, it's usually crafting items, but it's not always. Like I've done dish towels. I've had like little pieces of greenery, like little things from like Hobby Lobby that had greenery and picks in it. Paint bottles, makeup sponges, finger daubers, paint pens, all sorts of stuff. So, Miss Diane, I was also working on your order of your dog ornaments. Brenda, I used to sell Pink Zebra. I don't really actively sell. I used to be a rep, if you will. I really just joined for myself. So if you need something, you can always just let me know. Or you can just go to the website and check it out. But I have a ton more wax melts coming. I have so many in the craft room, the new craft room, that need to go. So, all right, Miss Diane, if you want tonight's project, you can just comment the number 100. It's $6, and I'll add it to your invoice, or I'll send you an invoice, or you can just go to the website and order. Whatever, either way works for you. Hear that you're working on those dogs. Oh, how fun! Yes, they're coming. All right, so just distressing the edge of the hat. Oh, Thomas is here. Thomas, Miss Linda told us that you could set, I didn't know this, and you probably already knew, you could set a budget in Whatnot so for the month. Like I can only spend $100 on Whatnot. I didn't know that. Yay, Maureen. All right, so there's our little hat and the brim to it, or the ribbon. I don't know what you would call that. All right, we're gonna start with the bottom. We're gonna glue this. Yeah, we've given away, I think, 2 12 packs of Deco Art paint. Y'all know how much we love the Deco Art paint around here. And then we gave away that $25 gift card. That way you can choose which paints you want. Maria, did you hear that? The hat band. The hat band, ribbon, whatever it is, the brim. Just go with it, Inez. Your giveaways are great. Some people send stickers. Well, I don't know what to say to that. It was just my little way of appreciating y'all is the giveaways. And Thomas and I actually have a lot of fun figuring out giveaways for y'all. Mini sale Monday. I didn't have a mini sale Monday. I had my cutout of the week, which is the frog. If that's what you're talking about, the frog and the mushroom. Is that what you're talking about, my friend? I don't do mini sale Monday. I mean, stickers aren't bad, but not to be like the only thing that's in there. I mean, I get it. It does, we do have to pay for the shipping as the seller, but I just look at that as like cost of doing, gotcha, Miss Linda, cost of just doing business and doing the whatnot. As I try to make my giveaways worth even just coming to hang out and, interact with us. Gotcha, Miss Linda. All right. We're going to go and do our flower. We are almost done. This is the last part of this. And then after this, I'm going to go switch the laser. And then I'm going to paint some stuff for that Whatnot sale on February 7th. Now, that Whatnot sale is going to be at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So let me know what y'all think about that. Is that too early? Or should I do it like at 2? Y'all let me know. Hi, Chris Dion. All right, and then the heart. What color do we do the heart? So we've got this. This is going to go here. That's going to go on top. What color do we do the heart? It's burnt. It's called burnt orange, but we call it fall orange around here. There's a whole story that goes to that. What color should we do the little heart? Green? Should we do a green heart? We could do a metallic green heart. Yes, I think it's 11 a.m. It is a Saturday. Maybe, Janice. No, we don't what? Bright pink. We have like a pearl green. I think green would be fun. Oh. Well, you know what? That's what I was thinking. A reddish orange. I don't have a lot of orange. I like that idea, Maria. Okay, we're not going to do that. Holly, do you have a color suggestion, like a color name? I'll be in the gym all day with boys resting for individuals, so I will not be able to. That's okay. I understand, Miss Anita. Normally, I would do it in the evening, but we're kind of switching things up just a little bit. No, that is you. No, me and the ladies get to choose a new name. You don't. All right, just pink. We could just do pink, but I feel like pink looks kind of random. Maybe yellow. Maybe we do a marigold yellow. The same color as this. All right. Oh, I stumped Miss Holly. All right, let's stain this. while we think about the heart color. Kind of thinking green, but the picture I have has it like as a pink color. No. But I think green would be cute. All right, I'm just going to stain this top part. And it does have a spot for a tea light. Did you get the sale for? I have not, Miss Chris. I did see that on the website today where it's like, spend so much you get, I think like 20% off. Spend so much you get 25, spend so much you get 30. I'm gonna have to look at that. I need to see when that sale ends. I'm saving you some money. I can't decide what color I want to do. All right, I'm going to glue these two together. So this does have a spot for a tea light if you want to add it. You don't have to. It is not going to come with a tea light. Normally, with this kind of stuff, I do provide a tea light. But with these, I'm not, just to keep the cost down. And not everybody always wants the tea light. Heritage brick. I know I don't have heritage brick. I don't think I have Georgia clay. That was actually, I think that was a color that I have dried clay. I was actually looking at Georgia clay on the website. Okay. We're going to go green. We're going to do it. All right, we're going to use medium Hauser green. This is a color we haven't used quite yet. So it will be a little bit different than the rest. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to go with Miss Kathy Clark's idea. All right, let's dry. We're almost done, I promise. Hit the heart button for me. Comment the word Patty, P-A-T-T-Y. The pedestal stand and all the inserts, including this one, are 25% off tonight. And tonight only. This guy is, this insert is normally $8. You can get it for $6 tonight. It is a little bit bigger than the other pedestal stands that I've done in the past, which is why it is a little bit more. But the other ones are like $4.25. I like the idea of the metallic green, Sherilyn, but it doesn't, I don't have like the color I need. The green I have is like, it doesn't go with like the scheme or the vibe of this. I feel like this is kind of, I don't know if boho is the right word, but that's kind of what this all reminds me of a little bit, is boho-ish type colors. All right, let's distress. We're going to distress our flower. I'm going to distress a little bit around here. I like the idea of distressing in gold. I'm going to see how our distress crayon works with that. Hi, Jill. Welcome on in. Say hey. All right. So we're going to pull out our gold. That's bronze. Brass. Do I not have gold? I don't. Oh my word. I don't. So we're going to go in. Ooh, that is not, I don't know if I like either of those. Let's try it though. Let's try it and see what we think. We're going to glue our flower on. Okay, Miss Tammy. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Are you at ceramics? All right. I'm trying to figure out. Let's try this. I'll try it so you don't have to. This does not match the lid color on this. I love my distressing crayons. I thought I had gold. Very, very, it's kind of hard to tell. It's very, very faint. I might need to actually buy like a gold one and try it. I'm just going to try to keep building it up. You can't really, in the light you can tell. You just left. The distressing crayons, I personally think, I've always said this, they're more forgiving than the inks. Just use your sponge gold. Oh, duh. Miss Kathy was right. Duh, I used gold paint earlier. Imagine that, Alex. Use your gold paint. Oh my gosh, blonde moment. Miss Kathy, you're a smart cookie. I completely forgot that I even used that. Oh my gosh. I'm just over here giggling at myself. I might be overdoing it, but that's okay. Oh yeah, I like that. I was like, gold sponge, what is she talking about? It takes practice, Miss Inez. It really does. And don't compare yourself to me. I use these all the time. And I'm still learning. I still make mistakes with them. So don't be too hard on yourself. Oh my gosh, I got paint everywhere. Luckily, y'all can't really see this side of my table too badly. All right, y'all ready? So here is the pedestal stand, okay? This piece is not necessary. You don't have to have this to get the other. Does that make sense? Like you can just get the insert and just put it on your desk or put it on your table, okay? So this one is going to be number 200. Yours will come to you unpainted, okay? But this is number 200. It's $7.50 tonight. So that way you can paint it with whatever color you want. Then here is your base. I stained it and glued it together. This spot is for a tea light, but it is made to sit in here, okay? And let's see what we think. Our cute little, oh, I need to do the white lines on this. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all something. We are going to splatter. Yep, we did that with a paint pen. So much easier than getting out your fan brush. Okay, there we go. Then we have, I'm gonna try not to smudge this. Y'all know me. Or if you don't know me, you know, you'll learn that I make it look pretty and then I get my fingers all stuck in it and mess it all up. Okay, and then we have, I have some candlestick spindles. Are you talking about the ones that I sold, Miss Bridget? I don't know. It's the ones that I sold, but here is the whole thing. Ah, y'all, look how cute that is. So you can just purchase this and you can have this just stand or sit on a table or a desk, whatever. You don't have to have this piece, okay? But like I said, it does have a spot for a tea light, so you could have some like shimmering or glowing light behind it. But it will also fit in this base right here. If you want it to have a little stand. How adorable is that? Oh my gosh, y'all. I've never been a big St. Patty's Day person, but this is so fun. Okay, so this whole piece right here will come to you unpainted. It's number 100 and it's $6 tonight. It's normally $8, but it's on sale. So this is number 100 for $6. And if you want the base, it's number 200 for $7.50. You can just comment those numbers and I can send you an invoice, or you can comment the word Patty, Patty. Let me get the link. Here's the link. Here's the link. You can click on that link and the insert, the base, and all of the other inserts I have for this are all on sale as well. Yes, it'll be up for claim tomorrow night, but it won't be on sale tomorrow, Miss Sharon. Does that make sense? It will not be on sale. It'll be $8 tomorrow. I actually really like the orange flowers. I think it looks really cute. Paint pen is a miracle. Look. Absolutely, Miss Janice. I tried this out a couple weeks ago and I was like, holy smokes, that is so much better than getting out the white paint and water and making a giant mess. What does it mean to have an invoice with you? Don't you get billed as soon as you order like the mystery box? So Stephanie, I do nightly claims here. So what that means is this week is a little bit different because it is a mystery box week. I don't know where my mystery box is. But normally, like on a normal week, I have the project that I did and sometimes anywhere from 2 to 5 cutouts that you can claim. So they're all going to be, my examples will all be painted, but you can claim and have an invoice running throughout the week. So instead of like going to the website and purchasing something, right? And then 2 days later, like, okay, well, I want that item, and then purchasing it again and paying another shipping fee. I let you keep your invoice open all week and you can add as much or as little to it as you want. And then on Thursday or Friday morning, I send out all invoices. That way you only pay one shipping total, but you can keep it open all week. So my invoices run from Sunday, ideally Sunday to Saturday. Like I usually close all my invoices like at Sunday at 5, and then you can start new invoices after 5. Does that make sense? So like all my projects from Sunday to Saturday, you can add to an invoice. I don't feel like I'm making that very clear. I made that really difficult. Vicky, you just have to comment separately. So comment number 100 and number 200. I don't have a price like all together. I mean, it'd be like $13.50, but I think. But that's what it is. Like people, that's why I'm saying you can start an invoice, because like earlier this week, I had my cutout of the week on Monday. I have these, okay, and these are $10, which includes shipping. So people are commenting, they've already commented to claim these. And then if they want this project tonight, I will add it to their invoice, but I'm not sending invoices until Friday morning. So you have all week to claim and to add things. That way people aren't spending a ton of money on shipping, or I'm having to go back and add a ton of stuff to orders. It just makes it a little bit easier for me and for y'all, because then you're just getting one invoice at the end of the week instead of me sending a new invoice every single day. Sandy, I do. It's the Love Shack one, but I will tell you right now, if you order the Valentine's Day one, it's not going to make it before Valentine's Day. I'm just going to be completely transparent with you. It will not make it before Valentine's Day. Yes, Donna. And if you see an insert that you want to add from the website, you can just send me a message saying, hey, I want the Love Shack one, and I'll add it to your order. That way you don't have to go to the website and order and all the things. I don't mind doing that either. Does that make sense, Stephanie? Did I answer your question? Are you still confused? And Stephanie, if you hang out with us next week, it'll make more sense about what I'm talking about as far as the nightly claims go. Because I'll do like a project, and then at the end of the live, I will show the new cutouts that I have. Because I used to do like a weekly live sale, and I didn't like it because I spent almost an entire day prepping for it when I could be doing other things. So we just switched it up to nightly claims. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. Are there any questions before I hop off? Remember, you can go to the website and order, or if you want to add other inserts to your invoice, you can absolutely do that. But yes, if you order the Valentine's one, I can almost guarantee it will not be there before Valentine's Day. Because right now, my turnaround time is about 10 to 12 days. So just with being one laser down, unfortunately. Any other questions before I hop off? And if you do want the cutout of the week, which is the frog and mushroom photo holders, those are $10, and you can just comment the number, or you can just comment cutout of the week, and I'll know to add that. Oh, sorry, Maria. At least your mom listens to me. Oh, how fun, Miss Sandy. That's my dad's birthday. Miss Linda, did you really? Let's see. You like the nightly claims? I really like the nightly claims. Because then I go over every Thursday during my Thrifty Thursday sale. I go over every single nightly claim that I've had. That way, if you missed a live or anything like that, you still have a chance to grab it. And you're not having to go back to 5 different lives to claim everything. Oh, gotcha, Maria. All right, y'all. There's our project for tonight. I love it. So cute. Only $6 tonight. It is normally $8. But this one is fun. I'm really becoming a lover of St. Patty's Day decor. I never thought I would. Oh, it's so cute. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your night. I will be live. Let's see. I'll probably be live in the morning-ish. I'm not presenting for Craft Around the Clock tomorrow, but I'm going to try to go live with the new snow globe inserts tomorrow morning. If not, I'll go live right before Thrifty Thursday sale. All right. Y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Oh, go grab your spring mystery box. Go grab it. There's not a whole lot left, and you have until Sunday or before they sell out. No, I wasn't on last night, Miss Lynn. I was not. I was busy doing the rest of the whatnot orders. So those are the only 2 projects we've had this week. But I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. Stay warm, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.